Assalamu alaikum viewer, it's me Mohammad Furqan. Today Sir Bilal give some time to us and let's learn something special from Sir Bilal. So sir, how are you?
I'm doing absolutely great, and I thank you for having me around this time. And to be very honest, I'm feeling so happy that we are together, and this is going to be our first interview session together. And hopefully, this is going to be amazing and informative.
Thank you sir, inshallah it will be good. So sir, I have some special question from you. That's, can you tell me about life? What is life and how we spend our life?
Well, to be very honest, I think that it's a very difficult question to answer, and everyone has different views, and there can be diversity of opinions on this topic. Well, but we think that like life, some people believe that life is a one-time offer and we should not let our precious time go wasted. We should cherish our time and we should cherish the relationships we have. And we should not just repent on what we did not do when we had time. So there should not be that kind of regret at heart.
Yes, people say that life is a race.
Right, life is a race. Yes, you're very right. Like nowadays, you see that life is becoming increasingly challenging. And as you mentioned, life is a race. So like we are all, like in one way or the other, chasing our goals, chasing our dreams, and chasing something materialistic. I mean, we have become materialistic, and we want to have, that sort of thing we desire the most. And we see that now, like in this 21st century, we have been facilitated like much more than our ancestors did in the past. Side by side, like on the flip side, like if I talk about the other side of life, then it has become all the more like depressing. It has become all the more challenging, and like nobody is kind of satisfied. Nobody is is getting what they desire the most. And it also like makes me think about those people like having some goals and purposes in their life. There are people we see, they have no goals, they have no aim in life, so they are just spending time, passing time. There's nothing. And I believe that in life a person must have a goal, a person must have a purpose.
Without some goal, some dream, life is incomplete.
Life is incomplete. Otherwise, that if a person who has nothing, who has no goal, who has no desire, or so that very person would lead his life sleeping, eating, and drinking. And yes, definitely, because there is no person. So I think that first of all, we should believe, and I hopefully you also share the same opinion, that goal setting is of paramount importance in today's times. Because if you have no goal, then you are struggling, but there is no result at hand. You never know your target. So then such kind of life is no life. I think that like a life without goal is no life at all. So if you really want to lead a successful life, you want to lead a charming life, so you should set some goals, and you should try your best to follow them and achieve them one by one. And I think this thing will make you feel relieved, and it will make you feel fulfilled and satisfied with what you have. But if you just think that no, life is nothing and there is no purpose, then I think that nothing matters to you. So first of all, we must have a goal and we must struggle. Second, as I mentioned, that there are multiple challenges emerging in nowadays. The first one being there should be a goal, and the second one, that is like time management, I think that most people are not punctual nowadays. Like they do not have a proper discipline, a proper schedule, like to yes, a timetable to spend their life, to spend their time. So this is why we find them hesitant. If we find them unfulfilled, and they are stressed out, they are depressed, they are thinking a lot about doing something, but they never know what to do. This is also a challenge, that first they should know what to do and then how to do, right? So that how to do is this is a difficult question to answer, or this is a difficult thing to understand or to analyze. So I think that there should be thing. On top of that, it is also becoming very difficult to understand the psychology of people nowadays. The psychology of people, the mindset of people has also changed dramatically from time to time. So we see that a few days ago I was just looking for a book, and the title was Use Tools, Love People. But I think that book is of paramount importance. It was the title of the book, that love people, use tools. But we go the opposite. We use people and love tools. Right? Yes. Like if I have an iPhone, then I love it a lot. I love it more than someone, for example, my friend. If something happens to my cell phone, if I lost it, then I would be depressed. Then I would regret a lot. I would cry for it. So because I would love it. This is the changing or trend, or the changing norms of society.
You mean that today people love material
Yes,
rather than
exactly. Absolutely right. So, this should not be the case. People have lost values. Relationships have no room in our heart. We do not value feelings, we do not value emotions. Exactly. There is no sincerity. Nowadays we cannot trust anyone. We have trust issues. And if you trust someone the most, so that very person is going to hurt you the most. That very person is going to hurt your expectations. And so this is the reason. And you see that, as I mentioned, sincerity. And other thing, that people nowadays make friends, they talk to each other, but there is no that kind of warmth. The warmth of relationship, the warmth of friendliness, the warmth of the strong bond between them. They are together, but they don't have the mutual feelings. They don't have the mutual respect. People nowadays talk to you, talk something nice, or say something nice to you, but behind your back, they will say something negative. Right? It is.
When they need something from you, then they talk in a good way.
Yeah, yes, you absolutely. Because they are selfish.
Selfish people.
There is no selfless devotion at all nowadays. I don't see anyone making sincere efforts for the sake of providing relief to someone. Even though you help someone with pure heart and pure intention, but they would never realize it. People don't realize it, what life is worth, or what who and what is worth.
So, sir, can you tell us about what's the reason behind this? I mean, why are people doing this thing nowadays?
You see that once a teacher told us, it was a sentence, that self is others. Self is others. So someone, he was my teacher, by the way, at Degree 2 college. So he said that, I read one sentence, that self is others. So it means that we see ourselves as someone else, we follow others. In other words, For example, I see you that you are leading a luxurious life. You have a car, you have an iPhone, you have all the essentials, but more than that, you are leading your life in the lap of luxury. You have a big house, a glamorous house, a magnificent house. And so this thing will also make me think that why don't I have it? Why should I not struggle for it? Self is others. So it means that when we see someone making progress in this regard, like they are better than us, so we want to make ourselves like them. We also want to have the luxuries of life, right? So this is what makes us, and this is what drives the society to follow, to lead a life in that kind of fashion, in that kind of manner.
Yes. And you mean, sir, if people look on the things of others.
Yes,
Their self,
exactly,
how they can get
exactly. They do not value the people around you. Exactly. There is no such thing nowadays. We don't see anyone, like there is not a hint of sincerity, loyalty. This is a matter of great concern.
everywhere we see just impurity.
Exactly. Negativity is there. You would never ever be satisfied. But there would be no satisfaction at heart, even though you make hundreds of times, like you make great efforts hundreds of times. But there is not going to be that feeling of relief, that feeling of fulfillment. You would always suffer. Exactly. Nowadays, if you do something better for anyone, and you would think better of that person, but he or she would never ever appreciate it, right? You would suffer even more deeply.
It's when you give more time to them, but they cannot give the output to you.
Exactly.
They-
I think that, especially as you mentioned that that the other person should also focus on establishing a selfless and strong bond between each other. So yes, if I talk about relationships, I think that it is the root, and like a relationship can be built on trust, and you see the mutual relationship like sincerity, understanding. So if a person finds someone with such qualities that the next person understands you, the other person motivates you, the other person makes you happy, makes you motivated. So yeah, exactly. This thing should be taken into consideration, right? Like and we should also be concentrating on reciprocal feelings. I mean, there should be some reciprocal action. Like if I help you, then you should help me in return. If I give you something precious, like for example, if I give you a gift, you should give something back to me. So like if you return like this kind of things, return the same feelings, if you return the same reward, the same you can say willingness, so it reflects that you are sincere. But if someone is doing for you, but the next person is not like even thinking about it, so it means that relationship would fail, and that would lead to some catastrophic consequences at the end of the day. So we should be like, if someone is doing something for you, then you on the other hand should at least think. Right? Nowadays, people don't care. People don't think about like other people's relief, feeling. As a human being, everyone feels hurt. Everyone wants or craves for strong bond, and strong relationships. But unfortunately, there is nothing. This is the reason that we just suffer, but we never feel satisfied at heart, right? Because there is not that mutual feelings, mutual actions, because this has to be something to be changed.
The basic rules for the relationship.
Exactly.
People
People don't realize it, yes. At all levels, people think just about themselves. They never ever give a damn to other people helping them. We should think, I think that, like, if, for example, if I talk about myself, then I should set high value on the people I have been surrounded by, or the things I have achieved with great struggles. So this is it. Nowadays people leave, they forget those who helped them in adversity. When they were in trouble, someone helped them out. But when they are in need, so then they turn their faces. They never ever make sincere or even individual effort to make them feel important. For example, if I do something, so it means that you are special to me, and I do, something special for you. I make special efforts. But if the other person, if I talk about the other person, so it is the opposite. They are the opposite. They go the opposite. They choose the opposite always. What you think will hurt you. Your imagination, your thoughts will pain you. It will put you in great trouble. Right? So, like, if we want to lead a successful life or a relaxing life, first of all, we should have some goals in life. The other thing, that we should establish strong bond among the people we live in or we live around, because it's very important. Because ultimately, we have to lead our life not alone, but with the company of friends, parents, and neighbors, even like the society. We have to move with the times and with the society, right? So we should also give value to the precious people and the precious things, and we should not use people. We should love people and use tools. This should be like a short overview, or so, like, in this very short introduction, I have shared some insights into life being a challenge, or the challenges of life emerging nowadays that were unprecedented before. So it was such a pleasure talking to you. Hopefully you enjoy it. What would you like to say at the end?
I would like to say at the end that Sir told us about the peoples. That today peoples like materialistic world, not the pure one. They cannot love pure personality. They just look on their things, the effects of the people. So sir, you are right. Absolutely, I am totally and completely agree with you. And thank you so much for giving us a precious time. Okay, thank you so much.
Do it
Yes,
like
sir.
something else very soon.
Yes,
Thank you so
inshallah.
much.
Thanks so much.